going? There it is. We're in
How many subscribers are you at now?
15,330 or 48, one of those two.
Oh, dude, you're getting up there, man. All you're missing is somebody that does really bad stuff and have them do rap contests and stuff. I just saw an Anthony Panza thing, and I just blown away. Blown away.
Oh, the people in the chat are talking about eating mayonnaise, which is kind of disgusting. 1 liter of ranch, no problem. Okay.
There's
On
just
that
two people in
note,
here.
what?
There's just two people in here. It's 20 grip and fucking old guy.
It said there was 8 for a minute. That's weird.
No, I mean, there's just two people talking.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it went from 8 down to 3.
Yeah, that was weird. Now it's back to 5. I'm kind of upset right now because I don't have a jug full of water to drink. That's all we get. So let's talk about. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about why the hell there's only 3 people here. What the hell happened? I've been gone for a month and 13 days.
I don't know, because when I streamed with Mike Feedy last week, there was like 60 people.
You hit 60?
Yeah. I don't know where anyone's at right now. What's up?
Yo, what's up, Salt?
Yeah, Salt's better. I was going to read the whole thing, but I like Salt better.
Oh, it must be a late feed, because now
Jeff
it's like...
Mead, Dre, Love Machine. How's everybody doing? You guys doing good? I hope you're more awake than I am. John Smith from San Diego, California.
Good. Dre, how's it going, brother? Loving the Instagram. You're killing it.
Oh, Austin's in here.
Who?
A dude from West Virginia. He's a trail guy. Playing the new GTA 5 update. They're still making updates for that game. That's crazy.
I just remember the hack at one time. World of Warcraft just dropped the new expansion, Shadowlands. I've been playing the
Is
fuck
there
out of
BMX in it?
Who gives a shit, dude? BMX is whack as fuck, dude. I'm quitting, bro. I'm starting a unicycle.
Oh, I don't believe you. I want to see it happen now.
Yo.
What's up, George?
In 2009, this dude moved to my hometown in Great Falls, Montana, and he was ranked 4th in unicycle. Like freestyle unicycling.
Really?
And he showed up to the skate park on the unicycle, and I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. And he was doing, because we have a 14-stair handrail, he was doing kickflip to pedal grind down the fucking rail to kickflip out.
That's
and, like,
ridiculous.
Flip the bike or the unicycle, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, people ain't even doing kickflips to 50 grinds on handrails anymore.
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, but unicycling's nuts.
So first of all, shout out to the 20% crew. Those are the member people on the channel. And second of all,
the what?
I got a join button on my channel now, so people can hit the join button and they get their own emojis. Yo, people, Aaron 20 Grip, show some of the emojis. They're funny. Ricky, you're gonna laugh when you see them.
Did you make these up?
Yeah, I made them.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? And then Austin asked, "How was Woodward?" Yeah, I was at Woodward this past weekend.
Holy coronavirus! None of you fucks were wearing masks. I watched.
We're all wearing masks.
I watched Ryan Nyquist. Dude, half of you guys weren't. I saw the dude with the pants that were all like bleached. He didn't have a mask on.
Well, if you're wearing one, then you don't have to worry about someone else who's not.
Yeah, but they're going to be breathing pretty heavy on you. That corona is breathing hot, son.
Ricky, look at the...
Of course you'd have some fucking emo fuck on there. I like
it. The green bandana emoji.
Oh, the freestyle's sick.
Freestyle, send it. Those are the 3 that I have made. I can make one more right now. But on Woodward, I did a who could do the most consecutive 5-taps contest with Jamie Bestwick.
You did?
Yeah.
How bad did you win?
I don't know. You're going to have to wait for the video.
All right. How about this? What is something that he tried, he didn't land, that was absolutely fucked? Because there's always, when you're doing that, someone's always trying something. Please tell me he did a 5-tap nothing.
No. He didn't ride a ton, but he did do the 5-tap thing. And that Keith guy, if you know who he is.
That fuck dude with the front brake that was doing every trick possible. Holy shit.
That guy is incredible.
What did he do? Give me, it doesn't matter. Like, obviously, I'm gonna watch a video,
I don't
but
know
just
what the name
give us
is.
samples. Give us some samples of some, just things that you saw that you know you didn't record, but just tell me some
Everything got recorded because Victoria was filming literally the entire session that we were on that
It
thing.
sucks to be your woman, dude. Her finger probably hurts. How does her finger look like a thumb?
She had fun. She was enjoying it. But it was pretty sweet. That Keith dude is amazing. It was like the best shit talk session ever though, because Trevor and that Keith dude were battling with their front brakes, doing like the same tricks, and they were going back and forth.
Trevor.
What?
Trevor.
Yeah, from Ohio.
Like, he's getting ridiculous.
Dude, he's amazing.
He just keeps learning and learning, huh? I guess that's what you get when Changa's your backyard.
Changa and Ray's. And you ride multiple times a week. Yes, I remember you gaming Genix. What's up, Oakley? It is nuts. Just all the stuff that happened. And there will be multiple videos, but there's going to be one video of the 5-tap thing, which, yeah, I'm still tired from that.
Please tell me somebody did a Flare 540 tire tap.
No. Did you see the ramp that we were riding?
I don't give a shit. I want to see. I thought it was on the little tiny thing.
No, who's going to do a Flare to 5-tap?
That Jeremiah Smith was doing fucking every trick. It's the little quarter where you riding the little
tranny pyramid, yeah.
Yeah, you get Justin Inman, or not Justin Inman. When we were there, Justin Kerr was doing like front flip and weird back flips on that little quarter.
Well, either way, no one did a Flare to 5-tap.
I figured that, you know what I mean? Because who's that one kid? Chris Kyle that does them all the time? I figured, somebody threw one out there.
No, it was Jamie Bestwick, Keith, my buddy Cody from Ohio, and Trevor who were riding it.
God, that's a heavy session.
It was fun.
How many people showed up for the contest? I watched the 40 and over, like Dustin and everybody, because I was watching Ryan Nyquist's live feed.
Dude, there was a lot of people there. That for sure, a lot of people there. Even though everything going on, whatever. There was at least 10 people in each class, except for the master class that the older guys were in. There was only 3 in that.
I used to remember they used to do the old man BMX thing, and the only way to get into that, you used to have to know someone or be 35 years or older. And when I was like 20, 24, I was like, man, I can't wait to be 35. And now that I'm like going to be 40, I'm like, dude, why did I rush life?
You're 30 what, going on 40?
I'm 30. I'll be 39.
When?
I don't know, September?
You're 38 going on 40. Yo, 20 grip. Thanks for the super chat, dog.
$10? Damn. Dre, the hearsay frame is fucking amazing. Having a flatland frame really opens up your mind for different tricks. But I can't ride flatland. I am the worst flatlander because you're supposed to try one trick for 4 hours until you get it down. And I have a habit of being like, I'll I'll wreck and I'll be like, whoa, wait, I can try this. And I'll never just sit there and try it and try it and try it. So
I feel like you don't have the patience to learn how to ride flatland.
dude, I have 0 offset forks, the We the People ones. And the frame, like the head tube, whatever the angle is for a nose wheelie. Like it's easy to get into the nose wheelie. I just get frustrated, but I've been just working on like rolling whiplashes and stuff.
Yeah,
And
you'll get there.
I haven't filmed any of it because I just don't want to like I'm embarrassed. Like I've filmed me like messing around and stuff,
You
but
should
I
just
don't have
not.
any links.
You
Huh?
literally should just not film any flatland until you get like good at it, and then just put out an edit of flatland and be like, "Yup, that's right."
It'll be hard because I can't just sit on one bike. I ride so many different bikes.
Jeff Mead, I don't think you're old enough for the master class.
Jeff, I think Jeff's like 32 years old.
He's not that. That's not that old.
I think Jeff's 32 or 36.
Well, whatever. That's still not old enough for the master class.
You have to be, it was 40 and up.
Well, there you go.
I would have lost the session to 14 and under. Holy crap, the 14 and under were better than everybody. Even the
100
pro
or
guys.
REA, the kid from
Dude,
Oregon. That kid is amazing. It is insane. Jeff, you're not 34. You're younger than that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Jeff is about 34. Jeff's a kind of old man. Not that old, but he's kind of old.
I don't believe it.
Aaron said he wrote a 19 top. I used to think like everyone bitches and complains when they're like, oh, I can't ride anything under a 21-inch frame. And then now I'm riding a 19 and a half inch frame. And I'm like, I should just get a 20-inch frame. Like it's so much easier riding a smaller frame.
Because you can move it around better.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks is like turn downs don't feel that good.
Oh, because there's not as much room. I see.
Yeah. So it's tougher for the turn down. And lately I've been just like obsessed with turn downs. Like I can't click them. Like I can't get them like out to here, but I'm getting them. Well, I'm getting them. Here you go. Watch. I shot some photos on a curb the other day.
Wait till that Caden kid gets older, dude. That Caden kid is insane.
On a curb.
Clicked? That looks clicked.
And then.
That's clicked.
Yeah, on a little tiny curb.
Your legs are straight.
For our boy. But the table turned out good.
Ooh. What's up, Lucas? 20.5 is actually 6. See, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do a shorter frame like that. I might be able to do 20.75, but I could not do shorter than that.
Why?
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 Because I like my bike to feel solid. And like when I'm in the trails and stuff, I don't like that twitchiness. I want to feel solid riding through, not like.
What kind of back end do you like?
Normal.
Bigger than a 13?
Normal, yeah, 13 to
13 what?
Right now it's 13.
Normal is 14.
Back in 1985 when you were born.
No,
but
it was 14 and a half in like 2002.
That's literally 18 years ago.
Okay, yes. Right now, normal is what? Is normal 13?
A generic rear end length for anything is like 13 to 13.5. 12.5 to 13 is normal for like tech, street, and park.
God, it's crazy. It's so crazy to think. And now bars are getting really, really, really short again. And what is this? The length is getting like to here.
That's what you call the glory hole on both sides, Ricky.
What do you mean?
To what you were doing again.
Your mind's in the gutter, dude. I hope your woman hears you. I hope you get in trouble.
She's sleeping.
Oh, that's like talking dirty. I see how it is.
I'd say, see, everyone agrees about normal. 12.2 does not exist yet. Does it really? Who's
I
making a
hope. Do you know,
12.2?
do you know how hard it is to make that because of the sprocket and the clearance?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Who's making a 12.2?
Trying to get a 12.5 is impossible right now.
There's a lot of 12.5 frames, but
Yeah, because of that we the people bottom thing, because you can't do the 2.5 tire is hard to fit. That's the
mm-hmm.
problem with it. And we the people has that like pop can fucking thing at the bottom. That horseshoe little wheel. Ow! Why'd you do that?
Because I needed to.
I just came from the doctor. I'm all set up. I'm juicy right now.
Who's making 12.2? That's, if they are, that's crazy. I mean, it's probably gonna happen. Somebody's gonna
Has to be a
figure it out.
Flatlander. I bet you a Flatland Frames made that.
You're only riding a 22 sprocket on it.
That 19 sprocket.
Yeah. You're riding 19.5. The Dan Kruk network is 12.25. I don't think it is. No, it's not, because I
I think
just.
it's the 12 and a half, and then trying to build, like, I've been trying to get my frame, my signature frame, to a 12 and a half, and I can't find anyone that'll build it.
No, because you probably have to use tubing, and the way they're doing it is with that yoke. Yeah,
It's
it's
that cast,
12.5.
it's that like pre-cast shit that everyone's using now. Did you see Kink's new bottom, like
Yeah,
their new one?
it's kind of the same thing. The hydroformed bottom bracket yoke. Why are they calling it a yoke? It's so strange.
It's probably whoever made it, whatever manufacturer or whatever. Not.
I do think it's funny. Someone said head tubes are getting too steep, bottom brackets getting too low, and chainstays are getting too short. It's interesting that bottom brackets would be getting lower because that actually makes your bike more solid. It's lower to the ground, so like the same way that like Indy car is less prone to tipping over than something like a monster truck or something. The balance is lower, so it makes your center of gravity lower, which makes your bike more stable, which is an interesting thing that it would happen for like street riding.
Man, I don't know. I can't decide. I've been riding my fat bike, the 26-inch. Then I've been riding the 29-inch, and then I get on the 19 and a half, and I get on the 20.75, and all of them feel exactly the same. There's no difference in any of those bikes
That's good.
for me at all. So every time I hear somebody always say, "Oh, I gotta have this and that," and I'm always like, apparently you were never poor, because you
Or
can't
you've
have
been
options.
riding for like 45 years, long enough to know that exactly what you like feels good to you, because I think anyone who hasn't been riding long enough to like really know who they are as a rider won't feel the difference.
I can't see how people always say that. Like I can get on anyone's bike and ride it exactly the same way I ride mine. I can
Yeah.
get on a low rider bike, and if it's possible to do a trick on it, I'm gonna do a trick on it.
Well,
I
some people are different, you know. Some
Well, I know
people.
you won't change shit. You won't even change the air. You go to the same pump in your little Worcestershire. What's your town called again?
Worcester, and my tires get pumped up and then they don't get touched again until I notice that I'm like folding them when I'm pumping around the corner at Ray's. Like, oh crap, I should probably put air in my
How much do you
tires.
put in it?
I put in 70 at first, and then I don't end up putting more in until they're both at like 25, and I start to notice it.
What the fuck?
I don't notice it. I just ride, dude.
I don't understand how people could do the like Began runs 20 psi or something ridiculous, but Began weighs like 92 pounds.
What I don't get about that is how they don't get more pinch flats,
Yeah, I
especially
guess
having a
it's
bigger
just slow
tire.
and low. A lot of it is just slow and low. Well, we make the new rim, the new Siege rim, so it's a higher lip and it's wider. So it's like 33. So we made it so the tire can be bigger, wider, and it's not going to pop over or fold. So I guess I don't even know why I asked that. Obviously, obviously I sell the product, but I mean, it just blows my mind. I'm like, I can't do it. I prefer 100 psi.
That makes you go faster, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean it sucks because then every time I have the 100 psi in it, I'm like, yeah, I want to do a flat drop, and then I just explode off the bike like a dumbass. Fred is the man, 110 all day. I'm just afraid when you get to the 100 mark of it blowing up in my face.
Dude, I have that fear so much. I'm just terrified of it. Mostly just because when I was in school still and I was in my dorm room, I had one of those slime tubes in my tire because that's just,
Ugh. You can
well,
feel
no,
it
the
though,
worst
right?
part. What?
You can feel that, like that. It has this like
It
that feeling,
wasn't crazy. It was just one of
like
those
a suker
bell.
soaker, like you're, like, you
It was
know.
just one of those bell tubes that you get at like Walmart that has the slime in it. But
Yeah,
my tire, I was literally just in the room and my tube exploded. Yeah, and my tire had a hole in it and it just got all over the wall. And it was like a gun going off in there and it was loud, freaked me out.
that shit blowing up on you sucks. Have you ever had a tube blow up on you?
No,
Like,
but I had a buddy who'd had two blow up in his face while he was just trying to fix his flat at one time.
damn, that's
Because
like luck. That's like winning the lottery.
there's something wrong with his tire or something, and it he didn't see it or something. See, Bear BMX. I blew up 5 tubes in one day because I had a bad bead, even a brand new tire. Blew up in my hand every time. I feel like that's dangerous.
You know what tubes I'm sick and tired of? Those light, shitty ones.
Why are you sick of
Everyone's
them?
buying those light, shitty ones. Everyone that I've hung out with that have bought those get like one or two good sessions and they have to put a new tube in because the where the valve goes right here, it rips every time.
Hmm.
Like I don't know if you've seen it, but like if you hang out with, obviously it's people doing flares and whips all the time, but everybody that rides those, I've just seen them rip.
It's
Like they're not
interesting.
even popping or pinching, it's ripping. Like I got 3 at the warehouse right now and they're all ripped.
You want to hear a
Like
sad one?
patched it and
That
everything.
just
It still
reminded
rips.
me of a sad story. I was packing up to go to Woodward, and I took 2 bikes just in case something broke on mine. I could just swap it over from the other bike.
That's
And
good
the
thinking.
sad part is, I put the first one in, and then when I put my bike in, the one I ride all the time, the pedal went into the hole in the spokes where the valve stem was at and broke the valve stem on my tube.
Dude, it's that shit is so retarded because it's like that unnecessary. I have to fix my bike. It's like
Literally, I
when you have
get
to
to
prove your
Woodward.
will.
Can't even ride when I get to Woodward. I have to put a new tube in my bike right when I get there.
Tubo lights, yeah. I mean, I like the idea. Yes, they're light, but I just don't. I don't know if they need to make a new design. Like, have you
Well,
seen where the valve is?
there's a
It's like,
Schrader valve
yeah,
tubolito
but they're
too.
metal. Like they're
Yeah,
metal, right? And that metal somehow, like if your tire moves or whatever, if you run low psi, I've seen 3 rip now.
interesting. Jeff
And he
said
had,
it's because they're getting the Presta and aren't using rim adapters.
because what's his name? I don't want to say the person that's fucking him up, but you know, all he does is bunny hop downside whips and bunny hop truck drivers and stuff, and it's all bunny hop tricks.
Mm-hmm.
And he runs low psi, but he's had to call the company and they had to send him these new ones with new valves. So I
Hmm.
don't know if it's what's wrong with it, but just use regular tubes. How much fucking weight are you actually saving?
What I want to know is what Salt wants to know. Does anyone still make those old extra beefy thorn-proof tires? That's tubes, not tires. Tubes.
Yeah, thorn
That's what I
proof.
want.
Yeah, I know 26 and 29 is common. 20-inch, you can just get it. You just have to get like double the amount of rubber.
I would love that because I used to ride those Dan's Comp extra thick tubes or the trail tubes that are super thick. I used to ride those because it was sweet to not have to worry about getting flats all the time. Jeff, what do you mean? Which tubes are those tubes? Have you been riding tubolitos?
Yeah, but how is Jeff gonna get a flat? He does decades. He never cases on his decades. He's good.
I don't know, man. I run quadruple thick tubes. That's tight. I would ride a quadruple thick tube.
I think a lot of it has to do with like Jeff's very persistent, so I don't see him really having a problem. Plus, he works in a bike shop, so he's cheating. Like a moron like me, I can't. I was like, I can't run these. I'm gonna end up getting a dumb flat, putting them like. How much is that tube? $40.
$35, I think.
Yeah, I'd be afraid just to put that on.
Well, what about the fly tubes? Jeff said I
The
case more
Cobra
than you
tube.
know. What about those fly tubes where you didn't have to take off your wheel?
I think it was just a low like quantity, and like getting those was hard. Didn't you have one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought it was at your house and you showed me one.
Mm-mm. No,
I thought it was a good idea. It just didn't hit off. You know what I mean? And they were expensive too, right?
I have no idea. I do remember them because it was kind of a cool concept where the one end went over the valve stem.
Right. I'm wondering what's his name. Eat my shit, or I mean, eat salt. Said the Dan's Comp and Specialized Thorn Proofs back in the day. The funny part is I bet you Dan's Comp had were just the Specialized. Because do you remember when they had Poverty? Those were TJ Lavin's old signature bikes that didn't sell from Specialized, and then they bought all that old stock and then changed it to calling it Poverty.
That's
So I
funny.
bet you those tubes that Dan's Comp was selling was Specialized tubes, and then they were just selling it as their own. Because
That's
obviously
funny.
that's kind of what I bet you I'm thinking.
It's
What's up,
possible.
Sean?
Sean's
Chris
in
Seven.
here. Chris.
Ooh,
Boy,
Kevin Jackson.
Kevin Jackson's in here. I can just picture his accent now.
Yeah, have you heard his voice?
Yeah, remember when we did the one thing with the thing
Oh
and the
yeah.
other thing?
How long's Kevin? How long you been running Tem Wid?
Specialized sat on the patents since 90s and Fly didn't know that. What's dot 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 for? Tubeless is the future. That'd be tight. Ricky, we got 40 people in here, bud.
Oh, I just noticed that. I didn't get it. If he's saying, "Do I got a DJ?" If he's talking about the dirt jumper. Right now with the way the market is, it's it's seriously fucking impossible to get any bike. Like I've been trying to get um I've been wanting to get that flatland frame, and I had to literally call I had to go out of my way just to get one because it was so hard. And finding a fork. Finding a fork right now is impossible. A front brake fork.
Mm-hmm.
It took me forever to find a front brake fork. I had to call like 6 shops
Well,
to
what
get.
happened to your old one?
I have that for my freestyle one. Jeff's gonna
Oh,
warehouse, and Jeff's gonna put that on my bike. But this one, I wanted a zero offset.
I gotcha. Cody Toll, Montana. You think you'll ever ride a standard again?
Dude, don't get me hype. We're gonna go in the archives right now.
Oh, baby, he's going into the archives. Look what you've gone and done. I think a DJ would be fun. I have set up a couple and they hold up well. It's interesting about tubeless. Into the archives.
Hold on, let me see if I can find one. I got a rail manual from 2001, but that's on a McNeil. That don't count. Hold on.
Here in New Zealand, complete bikes are like chicken's teeth. Still found a nice L. Interesting. I don't know what chicken teeth means, but okay.
This is a 6 foot tall rail. Look at that. Oh, look at that sprocket bash.
Oh, look at the logo. There it is.
Standard Army, baby.
What
If
bars
I
are those?
ran, the day that I'm not sponsored by a frame company, I'm either gonna buy a terrible one, or I'm gonna go back to standard. I haven't decided yet.
Does anyone know where Francis Gilbert can find a flatland frame in Canada or Quebec?
Yeah, hit up Flatland Fuel.
Boom.
Hit up Flatland Fuel. They run any frame and anything you want. If you're looking for a really good frame that's inexpensive, get the Far East. I think it's called the Far East. Far East something, but look it up. It's super cheap and it's affordable. And it's got good angles or whatever the fuck, good specs, geometry, whatever the hell it's called. Somebody said something over here. Hold on.
Get a effing standard, Ricky.
Yo, what's up, Jason?
Frame stand for sure.
Jason said, "Goddamn work getting in the way of BMX talk with Montana Ricky." Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Adam,
Check it out. What's
all of
up?
my alienation rims are tubeless compatible. I just haven't done it before. I remember
Adam would be the guy to do it. Adam and Jeff, like those two have so much knowledge and they do such weird fucking things with bikes. Those two would be great for doing things.
Yeah. I feel like the extra thought behind it that comes with tubeless is probably why I haven't done it. Like when I have a problem with a tube, I just put a new one in and I don't really think about it. I just kind of do it and then I keep riding. The extra thought that comes with the tubeless side is kind of why I don't think I've done it yet. Just because, like, you can't just go to Walmart and buy what you need for tubeless if something happens.
It's kind of like back in the day how hard it was to get a headset or getting a bottom bracket back in the day. It was like bike shops just didn't carry that stuff. And like some shops that you go to, you know, they're just not going to want to deal with a 20-inch tubeless. Like they're going to offer you a high price to do it for you. And you're just not going to pay that shit. It's better to pay $6 and get a tube and get it over with than it is to get all gangster.
It's interesting. They've got 3 Far East frames.
Hell yeah, Far East. Dude, they're amazing. The prices are great. Yo, you know what's funny? Have you ever? Oh yeah, I forgot. I keep forgetting I keep thinking you're my age, but you're like, how old are you again?
18.
Are you 26?
27.
So 27, right? So I am 12, almost 12 years older than you, right? So in the year 2000, how old were you?
That was 20 years ago. I would have been 7.
Yeah. So when you were 7 years old, this is your man over here trying to do a turn down off this little thing. I hate when you get a picture and it's like too early or too late. Look at that. I don't even know. Year 2000, how old was I? That was 18 years old, Ricky.
Man.
Those are the good days, boys.
That is, I don't even know if I have pictures of me at 7.
Okay, so here is, I think, how old was I on this one? 19? Yeah, look at that. Look at that 19-year-old boy right there. Oh, look at the rolled in pants. Look at the bars.
Back it up a little bit. It can't focus.
Look at that. Smoke that weed right there.
Look at Ricky being all Ricky-like.
Dude, those are the good days, my boy.
He was in kindergarten when Ricky was trying turn downs at 18.
here's a I think this is, I don't know if it's an OX standard, but it's a 50 up a handrail.
Man.
This was taken March 13, 01.
That is funny.
And then this one's really old. Here's 1997, August.
We've all seen this picture.
That's my favorite one. I'll give you one you haven't seen. You ready?
42 people in here. What's up, everybody?
Here you go.
How old
I'll
you
never
are in
even
the
show
chat.
this one.
What?
I traded this bike for a car title, and the car title, and the person wrecked the car. That's a Dave Mirror right there. Look at that fly out X up. You ain't doing that.
Oh yeah.
Where we at? What's everyone doing here? Yo, I'm stoked that this Aaron dude's just psyched on Flatland.
Aaron's a rad dude.
Eat my salt. Yeah, I ride for Medieval Bikes, Merit, a sticker company called Ride Out Supply, a 29-inch aftermarket parts company called Broke Boys. I ride for Dead Crow Clothing Company, and then for Bike Life, I'm hooked up through Etnies. So
there you go. What's up, Dylan?
So those are my sponsors. And out of all of those ones, I only get paid by 3 of them. So I guess I'm pro on 3 of those.
Ricky's a pro rider. I'm not even a pro rider. I don't get paid by anyone.
If you're getting paid to ride your bike, it don't matter how much it is. That's when I consider you a pro.
There you go. Since Ricky gave his plugs, I'll give a giant plug in a shout out to Park Tool.
Yo, when you getting that first paycheck, son?
They don't pay people.
Well, just getting those parts is amazing, though. How many people are on the Park Tools team, BMX wise?
Me.
How did you swing that one?
Other than racing, there's a couple racers.
How did you swing that one though?
Because I make helpful videos using their tools, and they recognized the potential of it.
Good job. I mean, you could act a little happier instead of being so nonchalant.
I'm very happy about it. They know
well,
that.
You look like you were like, I get any tool. Snap's going to be calling me tomorrow, son. Snap!
No, Snap-on can suck it. Park Tool for life.
There you go. What would you do if you got your arm hair caught in that fucking in the Allen key tool?
That would have been unfortunate.
You have the gnarliest arm hair.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Have you ever got it caught in your brake cable?
No. If so, I didn't notice.
Okay.
Someone said, "What's wrong, Brent?" Dude, I'm just legitimately like really tired. The past 4 days have been extremely like long days of a lot of work.
Love Machine. I had my own blog, and my blog, I was on Say Something.
Adam said he will pay me. What are you going to pay me for, Adam?
Oh,
what did I do?
He's the man.
I mean, I'm not.
And then I used to have my blog called Endless Riders. Say Something. I used to do that one. Vital kicked me off right away when they had that like chat talk shit on there. And then remember when Mike Hoder used to have Come Up clothing? Not the Come Up, but it was called Come Up clothing.
No.
You don't remember that?
Uh-uh.
Like in 2006, he was doing like a blog, and I used to talk on there, but I never did anything that was like super, like the forums. Did you do forums where you'd go on there like BMX?
Vital.
Like, yeah, I
actually tried back in the day to make a website like that before I knew about Vital, but I didn't know anything about how you make a website. So like I was literally just trying to make a website using like pictures, which I think you can do, but it's like you have to know what you're doing. So like I made a background, and then I tried to make like buttons and stuff, but I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like 13 years old, so I just kind of gave up.
But it's good that you were that smart to start thinking that way, because just think about Adam 22 at the time that he was doing. He just wanted to start something because he couldn't say whatever he wanted to say on any of those forums. Then he just started his own and then did it like ESPN. He just made a sports center, but for BMX. You know what I'm saying? And then highlighted whatever videos came out. And then that became the formula. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, Adam really like, it was in 2006 that the Come Up started, right? When I literally was trying to do this in 2006, but I didn't know what I was doing.
Well, the Hoder had his company. I just watched a commercial for it. He had Bruce Chrisman, Davey Watson, and a few dudes on the team. And the year was like 2005. And he just gave up and then let Adam take that. So there was like a lot that's happening around that time.
Yeah, everything started popping up. The Vital BMX forums are kind of like, I don't know if there's any others that are left other than like Reddit and Facebook groups, I guess. I guess a Facebook group is kind of like that, but I feel like it's not really the same because it's way more unorganized and random.
I think Vital, even though like I don't like politics with how people do ads, but everyone's a company, they got to make money. I don't care about that, but I like the idea that you can archive and go through as a company, if you work at a company or you run a brand, you should go on there because there's still dudes bitching and complaining about parts and products. And we could go there right now and be part of a topic.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's topics going on right
Well, I
now.
started one when I made that frame warranty video, asking what people's best warranty experiences were, and
Yeah,
I
that's
there was a
insane.
ton of people who responded with their warranty experiences that were good. This is cool. It was funny though, because you had your people who were like, none, I don't buy parts for the warranty because I'm core and I'd rather support a company than buy something for whatever and have them have my money.
Actually, I that argument, because somebody told me that, and obviously I don't have to say the person, you already know who it is. But I had 3 days to think about that. Your video came out, and then I just saw the title and stuff, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch this. And then obviously I talked to the person that we both know that analyzes everything and is
Mm-hmm.
just everywhere. And he said, he had the same idea of saying that. Like he's like, I can afford to buy stuff, so I'm gonna buy things that I want. And if I break
Right.
something, I break it, right?
Yeah.
And then when he said that to me, I was like, wow. I was like, it's crazy how there's so many people out there. There's all kinds of people. There's the people that can't afford it and they really desperately need that. And then there's
Yeah.
the people that just throw their fucking bike. Like, and then there's the in-betweeners. And the
Yep.
problem that I have is just kids throwing bikes. And then they break something and then they're like, oh, can you return it? No, you threw the bike. You didn't even ride it.
Right. Exactly. And it's funny. It's kind of I'm proud of you, Ricky. Normally, you just kind of have your opinion and you go with it. This time you were like, you just explained the whole entire spectrum and how it all exists and
I
it's
mean, I,
everything.
I I can be a very extremist person, but it's the truth though. Like I know that I've come on here and we've had talks, and if the person doesn't know me and it's their first time being on here, they're gonna be like, "Holy shit, that dude talks more than anybody." Brent doesn't get to say a word, and he thinks his opinions are always correct, and they're not. They're just my opinion, and
Yeah.
it's I'm applying 10 years in the industry and 28 years of riding a bike. So it's just pretty much, taking knowledge that I have and saying certain things. And then also behind the scenes stuff. Oh, cool. Cody's getting a Trail Boss. Fuck, those are good bikes. I always wanted a Trail Boss. If any of you guys on here don't know, Trail Boss is Robbie Morales' signature frame. Man, I miss Robbie when he was younger. The racing days,
He still had a
Auburn.
clip. He had a clip in the recent cult trip video.
Yeah, I mean, I just miss like the idea of like Robbie was like that guy
Oh,
that would
like
just show up to the trails.
being a rider and
And,
yeah.
he could show up to anybody's trails and go all the way through them. That's why
Yeah.
he's a trail boss. No problems.
Feel
Good
it.
ass turn downs, nice tabletops, and good toboggans.
Ricky had time away to get his mind right and back feeling better.
Yo, Jeff's right, man. I did a lot. I did a lot of stuff, some self healing for myself. So that's why you're also getting me going the opposite of what I normally do.
Hey, it's good though. I mean, you're totally right in what you were saying though, that it literally all exists and like the main point of that video was for the people who like need that warranty, and there's a lot of people out there who have absolute that like can't afford to just buy a new frame if theirs breaks and have absolutely no idea that if they bought a federal frame they'd only get a 90-day warranty on it, like when
Yes. So here's the thing that I want to ask you. Did you go into detail explaining to these kids too? Like, there's a difference between a complete bike, a mid-grade bike, and a pro bike.
well
Like
I
it's
just
full chromoly. This one's got X amount, and this one's just a hunk of
I
shit.
have videos that do that. I have multiple videos that do that, but this frame warranty video was just about aftermarket frames. Nothing to do with completes or anything like that.
Can you do a basic one? Can you do like a Christmas stuffer? This I'm just trying to give you an idea for a person that's going to buy a complete. Break down all the completes that you can find, the way they're made, and then explain to them like, "Hey, look, these are what they come at. These are what they offer for those completes, but kids, you need to understand that like this is just a basic model bike." You know
You
what I
know
mean?
what's
Like look at
funny?
Look at the Sub Rosa. The Sub Rosa has an American bottom bracket with one-piece cranks.
Right. What's
Then
funny is I've
Yankee King.
literally made that exact video. Like I made
You
a
have?
holiday like bike shopping guide for that. I literally think if I remember right, I said in the video that this was like meant for parents to watch and like know what they're buying when they're.
Well, maybe you should upgrade it with just the newer companies and newer things that are
I
added.
didn't. I keep it when I do those kinds of things. I keep them timeless and don't name any specifics. I just give the information you would need to know so that if you went to a bike shop and had the information from the video, you'd be able to look at a bike and be like, okay, this is what this one is. This is what this is. And so,
Yeah, if you call over there to Standard Bikes, I believe Rick Moliterno's wife will answer, and I know that they do custom frames. Obviously, if you're gonna get a custom frame, you're gonna pay a good price.
and by good, he means a lot. And you're going to have to
Well,
wait longer.
you're gonna have to wait longer, but there's nothing wrong with that. You're
No,
getting exactly what you want. Like, and you can go to a couple places. Like, obviously, you can go to Mike Laird, but White House is making
work BM,
gangster ass
work
bikes, right?
frames. John Courts at Work Frames. I'm psyched with him.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. And John Courts went over there and worked with Ben at White House.
Yep.
And White House has some of the FBM, and the solid machines. So it's like you have options, and there's nothing wrong with spending $600 to $700 on a frame that's made exactly the way you want it. Because
Yeah.
if you were in mountain bikes, if you make a custom mountain bike, it's 5,000 to 10,000 for the
I wonder
frame.
if they make custom carbon. They have to make custom carbon mountain bike frames.
You can get
They have to.
Luke Pedals. Luke Pedals found a place to make custom BMX carbon frames.
That's wild. Well, it makes sense because racing uses carbon frames.
I think they're like $2,200 or 2,600.
Well, I mean the titanium custom from Mike Laird is 2,200, like base model. So makes sense.
You know what would be great? I know
So
that you're talking to Adam. So Adam at Downtown BMX is at one time was the god of selling BMX complete bikes. Like if you bought a complete bike, you bought it from Adam if you bought it online. At one time when he was just full force, it would be great if you got a video and got him on here and then just to hear the perspective of someone that does online selling of complete bikes for kids. But like just run it down, what frame, like what bikes, components, price range. That would be a good thing to do. You should get Adam on here one time. And
could
he's
try
not
and do that.
opinionated. He's not a dick. He's a
No,
great
I've
guy.
talked
The
to
only
him.
thing that sucks about him is his accent because he's from the South. That shit's annoying, but
I've talked to him a few times.
yeah,
He
he's a great
offered to
guy.
sponsor the channel just now in the stream.
Oh, that's sick. Well, I just gave him a shout out. So there, I sponsored you right there. Jason Taylor says my Haro Mira tribute bike is pretty dope out of the box. So far, I've only twisted the cranks and ovalized the rear wheel, but that's not bad for what I put that bike through. Yeah, but you kill it, Jason. Like I used to go to Oil City, which was in Long Island when I first moved here 6 years ago, and we'd go to this skate park. It was when Anthony Panza was just a little kid and no one knew who he was, and Billy Perry basically got sponsored. And we'd be at their local skate park, and Jason would be riding the vert ramp. So it was like a 14-foot vert ramp. He'd just be sitting there by himself in his trail bike, just riding the vert ramp all night long by himself.
That's
And
sick.
I would just show up and I would do like an underhanded downside ice pick on it. And then that was all I needed to do. And I was done. But he would sit there all day long and just shred by himself. But it was 10 o'clock at night till 3 in the morning. So he'd be doing tabletops for like 4 hours till like 3 in the morning.
What's up, Jimmy P? That's funny. Custom FBM. Yeah, they did make customs. What was sweet is that John from work messaged me after that frame warranty video came out and told me that his warranty, because I couldn't find his website, his warranty is
John Quartz?
yeah.
Okay.
His warranty is 2 to 3 years, and he doesn't, and regardless of who bought the frame. Just if I made the frame, then I will do it.
So when you did homework with the majority of these guys, was a lot of like I know there's a lot like with me. In 1 year, I went through, or in 6 months, I went through 7 frames. Obviously, we don't need to name the frame company or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Not, and it was my fault. Like I was doing stuff on the frame that you shouldn't do, and
Yeah.
it's frame. You know what I mean? And like after the seventh one, they were like, "You gotta buy one again." Like we can't give you. Like I got hooked up, and they were giving them to me. And
Yeah.
then at the seventh one, they were like, "Look, you got to pay for shipping, and you got to buy another one because we just can't keep giving these to you."
Right. So what's your
And
question?
my question is have some of these companies said, like some of these people say the only experience that they had was they just had to pay for shipping? Like some companies are like, "Yo, ship it to me. I'll fix it and then send you another one, but you got to pay for the shipping to us."
Mm-hmm.
Like send back the old one and then we'll ship you a new one, but you got to pay for the shipping both ways. Was there a lot of people saying anything about
There's
that?
a bunch of companies that had that. There was, I mean, they didn't have the you have to pay for shipping for us to get it back to you. It was just to get your old frame to us, you have to pay for shipping, was most of them. Um, then there was a couple that did say customers responsible for all shipping. Then there's some that didn't mention it at all. So, like, there's definitely a wide range there. And I was only going from what you could find on the warranty pages of these sites. And obviously, people's experiences versus what these warranty pages say is totally different
Yeah, of
sometimes.
course. And a lot of it is just based on like I hate calling companies because I really bad want to say one company that says lifetime warranty, and I've broken 4 or 5 things from them, and every single time I've had a problem. Meanwhile, you're like, "Oh, I broke it 10 years ago," and they said, "Yeah, for you." But I think it's because it's you and they know you. I don't think it's because they don't know you. But I feel like
The
I
first time that no one knew.
okay. Well, either way, I've just had issues, and I think it's just scenarios, man.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
it's all based on like I broke a seat post and they were asking me how I broke a seat post and I was like trying to explain the trick that I did and they're like, "What did you do?" And I was like, "I did a rocket 50 on a flat handrail and then I gapped from that and slipped the pedal and landed on the seat and the seat post broke." And the company's like, "Well, we're not, you applied like, how much do you weigh, kid?" I'm like, 160 pounds. They're like, "Yeah, we can't think our seat post's going to last to 160 pounds." I was like, "Well, can you do anything for me?" And they're like, "We'll give you like 10% off." And I was like, "You guys offer lifetime warranties on your guys' parts." Obviously, I wasn't broke. It was just the principle of the idea.
One thing you got to remember too is that not every single part from a company is lifetime warranty. And a seat post would definitely not fall under that lifetime warranty for a
Right.
part.
But they always say that they'll warranty everything. But I'm talking, I had problems with their forks, and they have that and their cranks. So I've broken both of those. So
Who knows?
who knows?
Yeah, I don't. There's 42 people in here. Thanks everyone for hanging out.
Hell yeah, man.
It's pretty
Uh,
sweet.
I want to start some drama.
No drama. Let's just
Oh, I was just going to ask if, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to ask it. How many of you people are out there riding your bike right now? Do you wear a mask when you're riding or do you not wear a mask? I'm just curious because I wear a mask when I go out and ride street no matter what. Just curious.
I cracked the faceplate for a stem and didn't realize it. That's a scary one.
The bolts. I hate when you break the bolts
I've never
and you
broken a
don't know
stem
it.
bolt. Ever. I had to cut one out one time when I stripped it out, but that was it.
My phone ain't working. I don't know if they're answering me. Whatever.
Both. No. It's
Most of it's
paused.
no.
There's only been two. No. No. Not around direct homies. If not, yes. No. Got the
Oh,
COVID, can't ride right now. Someone actually has it.
really?
No.
Did that person?
No.
I don't
Yep.
even.
Only around people. If ugly humans get close to me,
Okay, I just caught up right now.
I don't, because I ride my spine at home alone most of the time, not outside. Masks don't work. No.
Okay, so we have some that believe it, some that don't. So basically, we go from Democrats to Republicans if we wanted to be that way, and we go from street riders to trail riders. So, because I
Well,
feel
I
like the
mean,
trail riders are the most
there's
political
also
riders
the
there.
element of well, what I was gonna say. uh,
Fuck your opinion, son. No, what were you
no,
gonna say?
there's also the element of like on a video or on the video where Victoria and I were at Ray's, uh, playing game, like just filming a video together. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
And someone left a comment saying, "Why is her mask under her nose? Wear it properly, please." And it was funny because there might have, if there was another person in the video, it was in the background, and pretty much the entire video was just us two together, alone in the room.
That's crazy. I don't know. I that's like a political thing or a crazy thing to say. I'm just always curious. Somebody
Yeah.
says they wear a condom. That's exciting. Uh, uh, yeah, man. We haven't done one of these in a month and 13 days, and a lot in the BMX industry has been changing and been getting super crazy. So I just been like definitely overloaded.
I got a
You've
new hub in since we talked last on here.
you got a new husband? What?
Hub. Yeah, I got a
Oh,
husband.
oh.
Let's clip that and put it on the internet.
Let's go. Oh, sorry, I don't know about that. Let's clip that and put that on the internet.
um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I got the BSD version of my hub.
What happened to that one weird company you were helping out or riding or testing
The
or
free
like?
night, BSD made a version of that, and Grant from BSD sent me one of them.
Because of you making videos?
He didn't like give me an explicit reason, but I'm assuming that's part of it. And I was really like, I'm really grateful for it, because I realized that he didn't have to do that, and he knew that I was going to make videos about it before he sent it to me.
Yeah.
And he still did, and knew that I was going to have videos out before they would make videos, and he still sent it to me. So I'm really grateful that he did.
That's good, man. And you always talked about that happening. Jimmy P said new husband 2020 check.
Why is everybody losing their mind about this husband comment?
Because you made a big ass idea about it. You had to do the clippery thing or whatever.
Because it was funny. The internet. We're on the internet.
Yo, explain this. All right, since we're on the internet, I hope that there's some kids on here that are like under 20 or around 20. What the hell does no cap mean?
It means you're not lying. You're telling the truth.
Oh my fucking god. What it you're telling the truth? So
Yeah.
where is why cap?
That was sick, man. No cap.
I don't get it. Where the fuck? What are you abbreviating? Because everybody abbreviates everything.
I don't
Like
know.
they always put
Dylan, are you still in
BRB.
here? Dylan, explain this for us.
Yeah, give it to this old fart over here.
No lie, all truth.
I don't get it. I'm so damn old. I don't get. Oh shit. So taco Slurpees. I'm gonna say this right now. I've never watched an edit and then felt like I needed to take all my pegs off and then tape my seat to my frame and go 50 feet in the air and then land tire slide. Holy fucking shit. dude, all the new kids for the new generation are gonna have the hardest time catching up to Corey Welsh. He is setting the bar so high,
See, here's where we're gonna differ in opinion, Ricky.
so high. You can't, dude. He did that cradle, the cradle
I
thing
didn't
that's coming
watch it
out
yet.
the tire slide.
I
I
didn't
don't
watch
give
it
a
yet.
shit. I'll ruin the whole thing for you, dude. Sean McKenney and Began are at this ditch, and I think it's the ditch that Ruben Alcantara did like wall ride to almost tabletop out of it. Homeboy did wall ride to nose slide out of it. Dude, he's amazing. Give me
So
your I hate he doesn't have front and back brakes with nowhere bars.
listen,
Opinion.
no, with the opinion
Linda.
that I'm differing on is the thought that of people catching up to Corey Walsh. The thought of catching up to anyone in BMX is where everyone is wrong, because if you are truly riding and doing it for you, you don't care if you catch up to Corey Walsh, because you are doing you're being you. You're being yourself. And unless being you is trying to be Corey Walsh and do exactly what he does and catch up to him, then you're doing it wrong.
Yes. Well, you're also got to think that it is a competitive sport. All right. As a pro, you need to know that you have to have a trick list, right? You got to be able to do this and do that. And you see your comrades or you see the person that's up there at the same level as you, you got to be like, all right, well, I got to bring this to the table next. Correct?
Eh.
So basically, if anybody watches a Garrett Reynolds edit from 10 years ago, people are starting to catch up to that. But I'm saying that, like, look at who's the kid that was on Haro left and then went to Colt and then kind of rides like Corey Welsh, but now no one talks about him. He's the one
Jason
that the
Watts.
knack, huh?
Jason Watts.
Okay, Jason Watts, right? He came out. Then you had the other little kid, that new little kid that's 15-year-olds riding like Jason Watts, doing the 360 one-footed tables and stuff. Like there's an evolution to it, and they're starting to get. My whole thing is, if you're, how to explain this? If you're a pro, you're gonna go to a spot and be like, "Yo, has this been done?" Like you're gonna go. There has to be a competitiveness to this. It can't be always just this is fun.
It's not
Like,
the fact that it's fun, it's just being you. If you are yourself in BMX, it's way less likely that you're going to have to worry about one-upping or ABDing somebody.
yes,
Because,
but look at a contest. Everybody copies whoever's
well,
winning
that's the
every
problem
year.
with contests.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So the next generation that sees him is going to be like, all right, well, he's going 70 miles an hour and hitting a quarter. You know, maybe Corey Welsh looked at Larry and goes, oh, fuck, Larry ain't going high enough or fast enough. I'm going to go higher and faster.
It
You know
would,
what I'm saying?
listen, I definitely think it would be tight if Corey Walsh was an influence on kids and more people started to go fast as hell and white knuckled while they were riding. I definitely think it would be way tight. It's just I have a different mindset because I've always just been myself on my bike and never looked at other people that way. Like I
Yeah,
wanted
but you
to
don't
be like
watch
them.
videos. That's the whole thing.
I
You
know,
don't even,
that's why I'm saying I have a
okay,
different
so
mindset.
you're the dude that lives in the middle of the barn that stares at pictures of himself with his new hair conditioning. I'm a dork. So I'm like absolute like from old school from 1982 loving Dave Vanderspect up to here and I'm just a complete dork. So I always just watch everything and I
We
just
just have a difference in opinion. It's okay.
no, I know we have a difference in opinion.
It's an okay thing. We both and I acknowledge it. So it's okay.
I'm just telling you, the bar has been set. It's the same thing that I said 2 years ago when I was like, oh, fuck, I don't know what street ride's going to be like when Homeboy does whoever beats the double bar spin down El Toro. Remember
Yeah.
that conversation?
Well,
And they
guess
just
what?
shut
El
El Toro
Toro is
down.
not a thing anymore, so it's okay.
Somebody said something really good that it made me laugh. I tried to be Matt Berenger and I died. Or it didn't go right.
I guess that's a good point too. is that with the creative people, those people who have an influence, it would be kind of weird to see like uh it would be funny or weird to see people out there trying to be like Eric Elstrand or Tay Ruskelly and like do their tricks.
I always feel like when you watch Tate, I have a hard time with Tate because I know that any trick that he does takes 7 hours
Yeah,
and it has to be like premeditated and he has to like think he's just stuck in that groove, right?
yeah.
And to a person that doesn't ride BMX, that's the coolest thing, right? To a BMXer, we're like, oh, I can respect it and I like it, right? But then there's Tim Knoll and Eric Elstrand, and I'm like, those two are like out of this world, crazy, different, and well, Eric Elstrand's untouched. I don't think anyone could beat that fucking dude. He's crazy, right? But then you have Ryder in Black, and that's like the dude that just motivates me more than anybody that's outside the box because he is the absolute definition of freestyle. And
You're
that's what I
not
like.
wrong.
Like
Dancing
he
around
absolutely,
on
I've
benches and
never
stuff.
even thought about doing a yo-yo. Like the other day when he was doing a handstand to yo-yo, like with his bike, he just stokes me out. Now I know that Jeff just said Tim Nola's a hack. The only problem that I have with Tim Nola is he wants to be paid for everything that he does.
I
But
don't even know if he rides anymore, so I don't know.
he's working on another video.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he DMs me all the time
He's
in Instagram.
riding? That's awesome.
He just has a different approach. Like
Well,
he
yeah.
found his niche. Tate Ross Kelly found his niche. Like everybody has their own thing. And that's what's so great about BMX. So you are right. Yes, everybody has their own thing. It's not a competitive thing, but it is competitive because there is that echelon or whatever the word is where everybody's competitive being like, all right, I got to win this contest and I got to be Logan Wallace, whatever. I don't know his name. You know, whatever Australian dude with cut off sleeves and boxer shorts that are super small with crazy ass tattoos.
Okay,
You know,
I have a real question. Okay, I guess I should probably ask the actual people like Mark Webb and Harry Mayne and Kyle Baldock and Logan Martin. Like, were the tattoos a personal choice or did it come along with BMX? Like, is there personal? I would like to hear the stories behind the tattoos for all of these guys.
thanks, Ian.
Yeah, there's an actual explanation there. That's nice.
Adam said some 9-year-old kid set the record for youngest double backflip. I feel like nowadays it's monkey see, monkey do. So if you see somebody do it, it's easier to obtain it than it was back then. So
Mm-hmm.
progression is fucking crazy now. Thanks, 20 a grip. I appreciate it. I like the idea about the tattoos.
I just want to know. That's all. I mean, I'm sure
I want
there's
to know the
personal.
dress code. It's like a dress code. They all dress the same too.
I'm not trying to talk crap or anything. I'm just genuinely curious if BMX had anything to do with the tattoos or if it was all just personal stuff. Because I definitely know that there's a lot of influence in the way people shape their appearance from BMX, and you can see it in riders who have been riding for a really long time in the
Yeah.
mainstream. You can see
Let's
how overnight pro riders change their image with BMX.
Yeah, can we just get rid of stupid ass dicky pants that are rolled up, that are tight legged? Can we just go back to sagging? Can we have Jankos back? I am
I
so
just
tired.
want girl jeans and too small shirts back.
You just want Eddie Cleveland back.
I
But
want what?
Eddie Cleveland, because that's how he dressed. Him and Mike Aiken. And I just think it's really weird when dudes have tall tees on and boxer shorts with like tidy like whatever they're wearing, like you shouldn't see a like somebody do a 360 and their little nut is hanging out when they do a 360. Like calm down. Wear actual shorts. Quit wearing these weird I'm so far behind. I don't understand clothing trends now.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I just want super baggy, big ass pants, 7-inch rise bars. front load stem with the seat post all the way up, Dave Mura seat, triple wall rims, 44 tooth sprocket, primo pedals with the 3 holes, not the 4, 3 holes, and a motorcycle kink chain. That's the time I want back. So
So you
99.
want your back to hurt.
No, my back's good. I'm going to a chiropractor, dude. Look at this. You see this?
So then,
this? Is this queer?
Large and in charge and looking for chickies. What was I gonna say? Put on 7-inch rise bars and tell me if your back hurts in a week.
I have 7-inch rise bars.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I have a 29-inch bike with 7-inch bars on it.
I'm talking about a BMX bike.
I'll put 26s on and cut it all the way to the bend, and it'll be just like riding my bike now.
That's not the rise. I'm talking rise.
Well, I don't have any of those, but I'll cut them. All right,
That's
I'll find
what I'm
a pair
saying. Your back's gonna hurt if you put on 7-inch rise bars.
I love that there's so many dudes in here that are my age. So it's like I'm over here arguing for. I just want to come home from school and go to ESPN. I go to channel 22 and I'm like, please, Lord, be the 1-800 collect dirt jumping contest today. Please, please. And then I turn it on and Ryan Bar Spinner's on there and Chris Doyle and Chris Duncan. And I get to watch all these dudes fucking kill it. And then I'm like, yo, I'm going to go ride street because I just watched trails that were on ESPN. I miss those days.
I feel you. Ian definitely has a good point here. He said modern BMX bike looks so sweet nowadays. I don't really like the old ones. I would have to agree. I don't like the look of older BMX bikes, like geometry-wise. I feel like today's BMX bikes just kind of look better.
You're young. Nobody cares.
It only took...
Hold on. This group is literally my age or older. All right. This is the older.
All right. Well,
group.
then let's get a poll in the chat. Old versus new bikes. Which ones look better? Let us know.
Obviously, I'm gonna go old.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna go old. They're sexy and they're worth more. Oh, look at that. Aaron's got some Bob Skirbo bars. Those motherfuckers are small.
Let's see. We just got to run that YouTube delay.
Danny Tripp was good.
Mid-school, old. Crap.
Hold on. Wait. Mine's lagging again.
Oh, geez. Here we go. 30. Okay, someone put their name. Mid-school, old, or their age. New. We got 2 for new. I don't know. Some of those 80s bikes look dope. Those guys are just
Brant Moore nutsuckers. All right?
New. I dig them all. Mid-school. I'm just glad BMX bikes don't weigh 40 pounds anymore. New. Someone else put their age. Mix of old and new. Definitely ride terrible, but old bikes kick my stand. I love the classic pierced head tubes. New bikes look better. Like the look of an old school ride, but the ability, I have to go with the new school or mid school. I like higher bars, saves the back.
So this is what we need to do, all right? We've always said this. We got to get these guys hyped up on here, all right? They're typing in their phones and their laptops to catch up and have conversations with us. We need to do more things like this. So obviously we've been on here for an hour. I didn't even think I was going to last. Yo, Y2K, baby, what's good? The only thing that makes me sad now is some dude started a goddamn Instagram account called Early 2000s. And I'm like, he comments on every. I'm like, God dang it!
I know that guy.
I got a dude in my market, and he's putting 1998 videos in the 2000s, your early 2000s. Keep your market where it's at. Anyway,
Carmen Electra.
We need 100% to just do these things where we poll and talk to these guys and have them just constantly comment and get these guys riled up. Because without these, look at this. We have 42, 43 people.
There's 46 people in here right now.
I'm on welfare, man. I don't got good internet sections or whatever
I'm just letting you know that there's 46 people in here chatting with us right now.
Well, I love those 46.
Me too.
Um, so let's get on here sooner than later. So preferably maybe tomorrow, because we're supposed to have a snow day.
Ian, I have a Discord, but it's for members only.
Yo, Adam Adam French says he challenges me to a game of bike.
Okay. I said
I'll be
okay for you. Sorry.
dude. Uh, what's so funny is any game of bike that I ever play, and you can ask anyone that's played me, like Brant. For some reason, I don't take him serious, and I always try to land the like most nonchalant one. Remember, I had you at BIK, and I was just at B, and I was trying that Behringer one, and I wasted all that time. But every time we play, me and you don't I don't get dirty, and you don't get dirty. I
Right, we're
play to
not
just
mean.
have
We could
fun,
be so mean.
and like I get greedy too. Like I
Yeah.
always get greedy, but I I don't like to win games of bikes. I purposely not like I'm saying I could beat anyone, just saying that like I played Brock Rayford and I did one trick and Brock's like, "Yeah, I don't want to play." So it's like and then I've played TJ Lavin and I beat TJ Lavin. I beat Anthony Napolitan. I beat Brad Sims 2 times in a row. And then Brad beat me too. We're tied right now. For me and Brad Sims playing a game of bike, we're fucking tied. And the last trick Brad got me on was uh 1-footer to one-hander to X up 1-footer to tabletop or something off this jump box thing. Brad Sims is the hardest motherfucker to play in a game of bike
That's
because
funny.
he's like, "Oh, if you get him with a letter, he'll just do a bunny hop 5."
Yeah. Man, I would so much love to play a game of bike with somebody that I could just be like, boom, ice pick candy bar.
What about Jeff? You and Jeff Mead played, right?
See, we played at the local park here when he was
Yeah.
out here for the video, but my mind didn't even go to that place where I was like, "Oh, Jeff can do some of the ice pick stuff." It just didn't even start to go there till the game was over and he said something about it and I was like, "Crap."
For me, I think games of bikes are exciting to learn something new, and I don't think like when I played Andy Garcia has never been beaten on his home turf at the Vans Indoor Park, and like he was like, I have to beat you, and
Mhm.
you know we went letter for letter. If he didn't go first, I would have won. But we were at BIK, and the tricks he was doing against me were like, get the fuck out of here. Like
Yeah.
even Garrett Reynolds would have been like, oh, this is annoying. You just did, he was doing like over ice to rollback fakie, half cab manual, feeble 180 bar, half cab bar, kick flip out. And I'm like, okay, over ice, rollback fakie, feeble, hard 180 out, throw a bar spin, and then I slipped on a kick flip. And like 6 of those tricks I can't even do. But I'm like, oh shit, I almost got him. That's
Yeah.
why I like playing games of bike against Jeff and you, because like you know what I'm capable of doing and I know what you're capable of doing, so we stay within the middle of it. And that's what I
Yup.
feel like. Like a game of bike should just be a little bit of an add-on. Like it
You're right.
sucks. Like I played Alex Rubio for the championship for Vital BMX game of bike, the
Yeah.
first one ever. And like I beat Anthony Napolitan and I beat TJ Lavin and I had to play that dude. Dude, he was doing 360 backflips against me and double tail whips and 540 bars. I'm like, yeah, obviously you're gonna win, dickhead. you know. All right. Either way, guys, I love you. I gotta drive. We got a new house, so I have to drive far to get there, and it's already
I thought
9:50.
it
I'm
was
having a good
closer.
time. No, I thought it was closer, but it's not closer because I don't have a highway to drive on. I have to drive through residential, so it takes longer.
I thought it was closer last time you drove there while we were on stream. Either way, I'm tired, so I'm going to go to bed when you get off here. And thank you to all 45 people for hanging out this long. 46 now. Boom, boom, boom. We'll see you
Hold
all.
on. Hey, Ian. I don't know if you just got on here, but I explained to you about the way I am. I'm very extreme, and the way I talk. And so, yes, I am naming big names of people that I am playing a game of bike in, but you also have to remember, I know you're 15 now. So you also have to remember I've been riding bikes for almost 30 years, and a majority of these games of bikes that I've been playing, we're just messing around. So it isn't like I've played so many people in games of bikes, but I was just naming from bigger names to lower names. And I do on these do come out as very egotistic or an asshole or very opinionated. But if I feel that way, keep watching these and give me a chance so I can prove to you that I'm not always like this. Okay, bud? Oh, okay. You did get on. Well, either way, Ian, good to meet you on here, buddy. And like I always say, I do come off very egotistical or dickheadish, but it's because I'm almost 40 years old and basically I could be your dad. So it's kind of tough for us to relate in certain things, but I don't mean to offend anybody. And that goes to even the older guys my age. And if you've been here forever and you know me, you know this is just kind of how I am. But I love you, Aaron. Either way, guys, I gotta bounce. Let's do this maybe tomorrow.
Okay. I
If
could
you have
actually
time.
do that. That works.
All right. Love you guys. Everyone have a good one, dude. And Ian, thanks for calling me out.